It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Dennis Nguyen. He will present the visionary speech.
You know, I can't describe what an honor it is to be here to give this speech. Can we have another round of applause for my friend Catherine for an absolutely awesome speech. So, you know, I've been doing some reflecting on my own over the past couple of weeks as graduation has been approaching, and I've come to a conclusion. I've never been fond of speeches that begin with a quote by some credible individual. I find it a generally contrived way to force reputability. But I'll make an exception for this speech. Perhaps the quote that best represents the idea of vision was by the artistic titan Pablo Picasso. Reflecting on his life, Picasso said, quote, "It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but it took me a lifetime to paint like a child," unquote. In every child, there is a poem waiting to be written. In every child, there is a painting waiting to rest on a canvas. In every child, there is music waiting to be performed. As people get older, they get more embarrassed about that. Perhaps some of the older members of the audience can relate to this sentiment more than anybody in the class of 2018. I've heard some refer to it as maturity, and others refer to it as the cynicism of age. Despite their negative connotations, naivete and idealism are intrinsically linked with vision. The passing of the romanticism of youth carries an individual's dreams with it. It is those who keep that sense of idealism intact in the face of opposition that we call visionaries. I have witnessed a stunning degree of ambition in the class of 2018. In my day-to-day conversation with my peers, I have spoken to aspiring surgeons, engineers, presidents, lawyers, writers, and artists. I have listened to those who do not wish to be like Newton, Einstein, or Hawking, rather to surpass them. It is clear that the class of 2018 is full of movers and shakers who wish to face the problems that haunt our local, national, and global community. We are a class that possesses great vision. What we do with those visions is what will ultimately decide how we are set apart from previous classes and previous generations. Our idealism stems from the inspiration that others provide to us. Everyone we meet knows something that we don't know and has a strength that we do not. Don't see them as a threat and don't see them as an enemy. See them as a source of knowledge, a source of friendship, and a source of encouragement. The influence of those who surround us shapes the visions that we will realize. We learn from our parents, from our friends, from our teachers, and from those who have written poetry, those who have painted masterpieces, and those who have composed symphonies. It is this sense of unlocking the potential within all of us that I find so inspiring. The faith that we as individuals can change our society and ourselves is a faith that is grounded in a degree of naivete and youthful innocence. In the words of the late Tom Petty, some say life will beat you down, break your heart, steal your crown. As we become battered with age and disappointment, we are encouraged to become cynics and to accept that some visions can never be realized. However, defining cynicism with maturity is perhaps the greatest generational injustice to exist. We must never fall into the trap of learned helplessness or to accept the state of things. We will not solve the problem of systemic poverty in this country. We will not feed every starving child in this world. We will not find the cure for cancer. We will not explore the cosmos or colonize the stars. We will not do these things. But better versions of us, with more of our strengths and less of our shortcomings, will. Fundamental changes that were shaped by the visions of our predecessors have been realized in the past. Flight, which was seen as a mockery of the gods ever since the myth of Daedalus and Icarus was realized by two brothers on September 19, 1783. Slavery, which has been tied to human societies for thousands of years, has almost been completely eliminated over the last 200. Women, who have been systematically oppressed for a majority of human history, are gradually gaining the social and economic rights that were once denied to them. The old racist and chauvinistic rhetorics of the past are beginning to lose credence. All of these changes were envisioned by those who did not let go of their sense of idealism or their sense of naivete, much like us here today. It is our turn to do the very same for human rights and for human gain. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Get it, Dennis.